Alright, so as you can see, we've still just got a blank canvas at the moment. We've got all the seats out and everything else out, just left with these annoying runners. Now mine have been sitting here for a matter of, I don't know, years now. I built my little wood frame to go over the top, and now that I've got sick of these things, I've decided to try and have a go at taking them out. Alright, so I've finished one side. Now I'm going to do the whole other side start to finish. Now obviously if you're doing this at home with your friends, I'd do both at once at the same time. Obviously it makes sense to do it that way, but I wanted to take any lessons I learned from that side and use them on this side so that I could learn as I go. So the first step I think is to take off this step so that we can get in here. Now I don't really know exactly where to ping from, but I found a few just found a few points to start moving about in here with your screwdriver. You find things start coming off. Maybe I'll just give it a tug. Maybe I don't need the screwdriver, or maybe I do. So we did. Alright, so we see these little pins. Most of them come with it, not all of them, so I just pull out these these two here that got left behind for me. This happened on the other side as well. So to get these, you need to come right under that little washer. Try not to dismantle it too much like I just did then. Give it a bit of a lever all sides. Come on baby girl. And it will eventually lever out. There's one here as well that came off. So you can see these little spots here that they slide into. So there should be one for every hole should get a clip. And then I'll just do this last one. I'll play this bit on fast forward, I think.
Oh gosh.
Ping! That's why you wear safety glasses. Okay, so that one goes there. Good. Alright, I'm going to put that away for later. Cool. So now, to get this piece off, the little clips that hold it are in the sides here. So all you have to do is pull them towards you a little bit, and then away so that way for that end and this way for that end, and it just, you can see the clip here. That's what's holding it in there. Now these ones here can be really easy, but they can also be little pigs. So if you just unscrew it, if you see it coming up, you're all good. Just keep screwing. Do the next side here. Hopefully he follows. Now if they don't start coming up, you'll see what it is. I should be able to pull that off. How these little suckers work is that they have this little thread. As they unwind, this grip here can squish in and allow them to come out the hole. Now if you can't get that thread to start unwinding on that plastic washer there, it means that it's just not getting enough, it's not lifting enough. So you just want to get your screwdriver and lift the little top of that up 1/2 mil, just get it started. Then once you start turning, it'll unthread and pop right out. Okay, so now we've got that off, I'm just going to move the runner a little bit. So you just pull that lever back to run those.
It's shadowy.
Is it? Yeah. Oh. It's the pleasures of working with you. So now we need to take that end off, and then we can pretty much start pulling all this carpet out. So let's come down this end, do that end. So the same way. That's that side. That's that side. Try stand out of the light so we can see what's going on. So these ones are all being really nice to me, so that's good. This one might not be. Oh no, we got him. He's growing some traction. So just pop off now. Put that to one side. Now should be able to just pull these out. Now I might actually put that runner down there a bit, just so I don't crush this thing next to that plastic. Let's pull it out. I did that on the last side and I ripped a little bit of the plastic in here. Not that it's a major, but so that's those two popped out. Now let's take the carpet out. Now this is actually easier to put back in than I thought it would be. From the other side, that was lessons for the day. I was really quite anxious about it, but it did actually come back out. So just put it to there, go down the other end. Now I've already taken out this piece here. You just need a little, I think it's a 10mm socket to take that off. There we go. I did that when I did the other side, so you've probably seen that already. Keys trying to get past that little bit. There we go. Now it's easy from here in. So you can see all these bolts, that's all we need to take off. Then this will pop out. We can take those runners off. Sorry, where's my big socket on? Alright, so we're up to the point where we have got all the carpet out. So I've only done half. Just if you want to hold that there, Dan, that'd be cool. And you can see all these bolts that need to come out. Now these are quite tight. I tried to do them with the impact driver and with my drill, which aren't like the gruntiest machines out there, but I did almost rip my arm off. So I suggest you loosen them with the ratchet or any kind of socket driver you've got first, and then just come along with the drill later, so you don't hurt yourself. And also you don't want to thread anything or do any damage. So I did find these quite tight on the other side. Oh, like that. My intent on this one is not to do them all manually. Loosen them and then come back and make my drill do all the work. Alright, so now I've got that all a bit looser, I'm mainly doing this for me, and I figured I'd take some video while I did it because I couldn't find anything online telling me if it was possible or easy or what, so I figured someone else probably has the same question. Alright, that one I'll just move over there for a bit. These can just fold off. Now, it's literally once you get to this stage, as easy as lifting it out. There we go. Happy. Alright, now we'll go and take these runners off over by the shed. Alright, so we've got the rail out. Now you want to take the runners out, which is not as hard as it sounds. So these obviously slide with a seat on them. All you have to do is take this lever here, I believe, push it forward like you're holding the lever on the seat, and then they'll slide and not catch. So to get them out, we need to take this clip off. The one at the other end is welded on. This is the one from the driver's end, so it's right at the front. And all we got to do is get it off, is to hold that little, it's a little screw in that end, if you can see it in there. Anyway, it's a Phillips end, I don't know if you'll pick it up, but it's a screw on that end and a bolt on this end. So it's a little 10mm. I'll just put that in there. Stop it spinning, take my little ratchet and do it. Come here, up. No, it's just down there. So now at this point, it just pops off. Easy as that. Here's the little screw we were looking for before. That's it. That just hangs off there. Now, like I mentioned before, pull it forward. One off. stiff, but she's coming. 2 off. Alright, so that's the run and done. Now for me, I'm going to put them back in. Some people may want to leave them out, but I want to put them back in so that they fill that void and there's not a random big gap in the bottom of my van. So to do that, obviously just repeat steps in reverse. Now this one actually looks a lot better than the other one. The other one was quite rusty, so I put a little bit of CRC on it to try and clean it up. But this one looks pretty good. At the end of the day, it's not really doing anything except filling a gap, so there's no real stress. So I'll just flip that over, show you me doing up a nut, which I'm sure no one's ever done before. Here we go. Now ready to go back into the van. Alright, so now we're going to just put it back in, just like we took it out. Now, because we've got the carpet out, it makes it very easy really to get it in. All the holes line up as you'd expect. Just remember that the end that goes to the driver's end is the end that had the removable little tab. The other end's welded on, so if you remember that, you can't really put it in backwards. Obviously it goes under all of the insulation, I don't know, underfloor or whatever you want to call this stuff. Grab this piece back. This booms in under there. You'll know you've got it in the right spot because the holes line up. Alright, so grab my nuts from before. And this will be one of those sections that just gets played on fast forward, I think. Alright, now with that done, the carpet can come back over. Now, my advice is to start at that end. Put the tuck this bit under here first. If you can get all of that to go at once. Oh,
So dark.
is it? Oh, no good. Anyway, you get the idea that if you can get it all to go in one hit, you save yourself a lot of grief trying to push individual bits in. This whole, I think, do you want to jump out of the van, Dan? I think the whole lot needs to come a couple of mil this way. Yeah, that's better. Just come down this end. That's all just push back in nicely. Now when you do this bit, remember
So dark.
to put all the insulation under again, not over. And then the Velcro will chip. This bit here, you just got to push those little bits of carpet underneath like that. It goes under there like there. Beauty. What did I leave under there? Screwdriver. What a laugh. Now these just push back in. Just make sure that the screws are out nice and high so that they push in. If the screw is pushed in too far, they won't go. So you can see I've got those in the hole now. And just screw them down, the same at the other end, and you're pretty much done. Those other bits push back in, but for us I think we're going to leave them out, those little guard pieces, because, come on, because I'm going to put a plywood floor just over the top of this. What's going on? Why doesn't that want to go in? Yeah, so these bits here I think I'll just leave out. They do just push into these little clips here. They just push in, it's fine, it's easy, but we don't need to do those because I'm going to leave them out permanently. To put the seat back in, as I showed you before, you put all these steps, you're right, steps, sorry. You put all these little clips, make sure you've got one in each hole. Line it up how a step should fit. That's fairly self-explanatory. And then I suggest just giving it a good old push. And you'll know when you've got it all because it will look and feel right. Now up this end, we've still got to put these back in, but I'll leave that for now because I just showed you that. These little safety clips here, if you want to keep them in, useful for something I'm sure. They've just got a little thread on them, so I believe they go that way around. Yeah, so for these ones, my fingers aren't quite long enough to put that in, so I'm just going to line that back up. I'm a little bit scared I'm going to thread this. That doesn't feel like I did, so that's good. Now, is it going to pull down in a screw? We'll see what happens. There you go, look at that. So I was a bit worried for a bit there, that bit just pushes in, but that's worked out fine. I might probably not even going to use them, but they are useful, I guess. When I go to put the plywood floor in, I may even take them out just if they're going to stop stuff sitting flush, but I imagine they'll be fine. So that's just about done. Do you want to show the end without runners? There you go. I'll move the light, you move the camera. Look at that. With all my bits and pieces still in it, but we're finished. I haven't put the push pieces in, the little guards on the right hand side, because I'm going to pull the ones off the left. I don't want them in there, but I'll just throw those out. I'll put them in the shed somewhere. I've still got to put this little piece on here, that one there, and one at the other end, but that's easy enough. Cool, all done.